Good morning and welcome back to my crafty little closet this morning. I am hiding out in my closet before my kids wake up because I wanted to get a few more of these journals done. Last night I started working on some just little travel journals and I wanted to share them with y'all because they're super easy. Now I am going to add some more embellishments and stuff to these and some pockets and pages and stuff like that. I've already put the pockets in, but I wanted to show y'all a couple of versions of them. And I was like almost done with this one. I was like, you know what, let's pause and share what we're doing. So here is the first one. Now they go from like my favorite to least favorite as of right now. So this is the prettiest one so far, and this was used, I'm going to be using the Mariposa from Park Lane today. So that is where I got this paper from. And then the other one is Vintage DCWV, I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to pull it out right now. But here is the first one. Just start talking about it. So we're going to use the extra bit of paper length for a pocket. You'll see that later on. And on this one, I did my page to, back this because they are white on the other side. They're only one-sided. And so I had to take a little strip of paper and put it here, but I think it turned out really well. And then we have our pocket here. And then the beautiful back of that one. I don't think this one needs any extras. It needs a little tie and maybe a stamp or something there, and we're good to go. This one, also beautiful Mariposa paper. I did a small and large tiered pocket here. On this one, I did the pretty paper wrapping around to the back and did a curved pocket. This one, big pocket in the front, full pocket in the back, and I just moved my thumb hole down a little if y'all wanted to see what that looks like. Now this one, it needs some prettying up because it's kind of plain, but I curved that pocket just for some different kind of look. And then a stacked pocket there. And then a big deep pocket with, this is getting into that vintage. I did this one was double-sided, so yeah, that one had music paper already. These were easier to work with because I didn't have to back them, but they weren't as vibrant as the Mariposa. And that simple one there, this one is meh. It needs a lot of prettying up. So we have all of those, and we're going to put some more pages in that stuff later. But as of right now, I wanted to show y'all what I did. So I took a full sheet of paper. You can see I put this white one down. Okay, it was a full sheet of paper like that. Let's take my pockets away. I backed it with this one here, so it was not that piece of paper, it was this one. And do I have the snippet I took off of it? No. Okay, but this is the other paper and it's the same size. We're going to use this as an example. So it was a full sheet of paper. I cut it at 7.5. So we took that away. And then we folded, we did a crease line at 4.5 and 4.5. So then we folded that over, and then that extra piece of paper became our inside pocket, like that. And then we took another piece of paper, cut it down, and backed it right here. And I was going to do them like this, but I don't think I like that. I think I'm going to do them staggered like that right there. I think that will look pretty. And so I am going to open up my ink pad. I'm just using brown ink pad. I don't have those fancy Tim Holtz ones. We just use brown around here. But I set my ink pad way back here because I have a tendency to like dip my projects in my dang ink pad. So I'm going to put her back here, give her a good beating, and start on this inside corner and just ink it up. And this just gives it a little bit of contrast, especially when you put the pockets on. You really can see the pockets pop when they are inked. And I think it just adds a little something. I also thought that this paper would be really pretty with pink. That would be beautiful with some pink ink. The first time I saw someone ink paper with something other than brown, or like a lighter brown, oh my gosh, I lost my stuff. I was like, oh, the possibilities are endless. You can put other colors? Yeah, and then I made a green little mini journal when I was first starting out. And it was really pretty. I liked it with all the green. But I literally inked every single page that went into that one, and it took a while. It took a while, even though it was a teeny weeny mini. I might share that one day. Just as a like a here how far, this is how far I have came. How was y'all's weekend? We had a fantastic weekend and week. I got my kids both new pets this week, and I got my oldest son, he's been saving up for a bearded dragon for a couple of months now, and he's been doing chores and being super helpful and all the things. So we told him if he showed us that he knew everything about a bearded dragon and what it went into to take care of them, and we would, you know, reward him with a bearded dragon eventually. Well, I had no idea that he would actually do that for one, and also that we would skip a few things in that research, because they very much need way more than I ever thought. So I am not only the proud owner of a bearded dragon that is so freaking cute. I didn't think a lizard could be cute, but he is. But also, we are bug farmers now. Yeah, so that's fun. In my laundry room, because my husband won't let it be in the house, which I understand. My laundry room is in my garage, so we put the buggies out there, and they're not here yet. I've only had crickets and a little bit of mealworms, but I have over 1,000 bugs coming today. And the thought of having to take those bugs out of the box, it's going to make me have a panic attack right here. It's just going to make me have a panic attack right here now. Like, I'm rubbing my eyebrow off just thinking about it. Oh, we didn't ink. We didn't ink those. Don't glue them yet. We need to ink our pockets where they stand out. So yeah, this sweet little guy is now in our house, and he has expensive lighting and all the things. And guess what? He's gonna need a bigger cage, but that's okay. But we happened to get him, and you know, I put it on Facebook, because that's what we do nowadays. We put it on Facebook so everyone knows our life. I put on Facebook that we got a new animal. See, look how much that stands off now compared to that page. So much better. And one of my friends messaged me, and she was like, oh, did you get a bearded dragon for your anniversary from James? And I was like, no, that's for the kids. And then I realized it was my anniversary, and I was buying both my children pets and not buying anything for me and my husband. We didn't get each other anything, but we did have a fantastic night. We went to have sushi on our actual anniversary, and that was on a Wednesday. And during sushi, my husband puts his, oh, that corner's not good either. My husband put his earbud in my ear, and he's like, you know, listen to this music. And he's like, you know, their music sucks. Listen to this music. And I had to hold his earbud in my ear because his ears are, you know, bigger than mine. And it kept falling out. But I was like, this music sucks too. Like, this is elevator music. What is this? And then he, like, you know, he droops his head. And I'm like, oh, what? He's like, this is our wedding album. gutted, completely gutted. And he said that he had gone and found our wedding CD, because you know back then it was CDs. We're not that old, but we had a CD. And he found our wedding CD, and then he made a playlist on Spotify of all the songs, because he's mushy gushy like that. And it was the procession music, or whatever you would call it, for like everyone getting seated. So that's what we were listening to, and I was like, can we skip ahead to like some songs we actually know, because those obviously were chosen by the DJ and not, sorry, I'm like shaky this morning, but they were obviously prepared by the DJ and not by us, because it was, you know, filler. And so he skipped ahead to the song that I walked down the aisle to, and I was like, okay, yeah, I know this one. And that was 10,000 Years, because Twilight had came out, and I was not a Twihard or nothing, but I did like Twilight. Thought it was a cute little movie. I didn't like the sparkly skin stuff. But anyways, so we listened to that. We had dinner. I'm trying to get this straight. Hold on, we've got to hold our breath. And then by the time that, you know, we got pretty far into the playlist, dinner was over, so we got in the truck, and he was not going home. I don't like that corner either. And so I was trying to figure out, like, where is this man going? But, you know, I trust him. I followed him to the end of the world. So I knew I was in good hands. So I realized where we were going after about 15 minutes of driving. We were going to where we got married. Oh, this man. And we didn't drive to the actual place because we're very respectful people. And he was probably thinking, you know, that seems rude to just pull up in the actual place and walk in. And I would have thought the same thing. If he would have tried to do that with me, I would have been like, oh my gosh, no, over here. So we went to the staff parking lot of that place, and we got out and we danced to the same songs that we danced to at our wedding. Oh, that man's gonna make me cry first thing in the morning just thinking about him. But it was freaking lovely. It was lovely. And I had so much fun. We danced to a couple of songs that were slow, and then like a goofy song came on, or, you know, a upbeat song, I should say. And I danced goofy to it because I can't dance normal. And then staff, you know, were taking out trash, and I didn't care. We just kept dancing, and he just leaned up against the truck and just watched his goofy wife dance. Oh, and then he gave me a love letter. Oh my gosh, the love letter of all love letters. First of all, let's pause. Isn't that beautiful? Look at those pockets. Look how they stand out now. Okay. So we're going to glue this down too. But this love letter was talking about, you know, how I've made his freaking life and how I'm just so wonderful. You know, just butter me up. And I want to tell you, for the young ones out there listening, we were not intimate when we went home that night. We weren't. We were intimate in the sense that we held each other when we went to bed. I might write about that in my journal. It would be very pretty in this one here. So we've made pockets for this one. This one definitely needs some something up here because it's so empty, but the back is good. The back could stand alone just the way it is, but that is very pretty. Now I have this black and white, and it intimidates me. I want to do a black and white, and I'm going to. I am. But I'm like, do I ink it in brown to bring out the brown? Or do I ink it in black and it'll make it look harsh and it'll look different than the other ones? I have that paper. I really think I want to do this with this on the inside, and then find some paper to go on it too. Maybe this cut down as a pocket, something to that effect. And we're going to cut this one at 7.5. I'm going 7.5 because most of my journals are like 9.5, so it will fit inside a journal. Let me see, do I have a journal? You could take your 7.5 and fit it in your 9, and it would fit just fine. Maybe I should make some mini ones too to fit in smaller journals if I want to go that way. But these, I was wanting them to be like standalone little travel journals, and we'll have to get into that in a different video. I always have like a, is that right? Right before I cut. I'll do that. Am I the only one that has trimming anxiety? Okay, there's 7.5. Next line up, because it's easier to lay it down and then trim it and not have a white poking out. So I make that page a little bit bigger. And then we'll just kind of trim it later. I'd rather do that than make the mistake of making it too small. See? And that's going to fit in there. And we're going to have to trim some more off of this page in a minute. Bigger desk. Bigger desk in my future would be so nice. So it's going to back it like that, but we need to put our lines in it first, and then we'll just trim off the excess. So take this to 4.5. Oh, no. We're not cutting. Whoa. We're just scoring, lady. We're just scoring. So take my little scoring tool, and I just follow that same line on my cutter. And we score it. And then just nestle it down in that score line. Make sure you're lining up your papers. Should my belly grow? It's time for breakfast. Let's get our, we decided we were going to call it a squidger because I can't say bone folder. Is our bone folder on our desk as well? Did we just leave everything out last night? I was making these last night too, and I didn't clean up anything, I'm guessing. Let's at least put them up there where we can see them. Okay, so now you see we have this extra flap, and that's going to come around and be a pocket. So we're going to take this right to the edge of our paper. Have we been out of focus this whole time? If we have, I'm so sorry. Make another score line. Nestle, nestle. Line it up. And push it down. Let's see if we made a boo-boo. No. We can't see our edge on either side. We're good. Oh, frack. We wanted it on the back, not the front. It's okay. I was going to do a curved pocket anyways. We'll get some of that out of the way. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So we are going to line that up there. And then that is going to go there. But we definitely need to cut some off. So since we were going to do a curved pocket, we need to cover the whole thing. So we need to go to like 9. There's like hardly anything to the side of my desk. I stack everything in this little bitty square foot. We can make it work until my children move out. At least 2 of them. I'm not going to have my own room. And that's like a decade and a half away. I could put it in the living room and just be in the middle of everybody. But I don't want to do that. My children do not stay out of things. So we need to crease this before we put it in here. Because if we don't, it's not going to lay right and it's going to pucker up. And I didn't do that on one of them and it looked weird. So we're going to take it to 4.5, but instead of putting it like on that side of the line like I did last time. I'm gonna put it on this side of the line and just make it a teeny bit less, because this paper needs to nestle inside that other one. Score our paper. It's like, where's our journal? We lost it for a minute. Alright, we don't need the cutter anymore right now. We're not putting it that way. Putting it this way. Okay. There we go, like that. Like that. So see, if we would have done it a little bit too short and we would have had white peeking around like that, we wouldn't have liked that. So we're going to do it like this and then trim her down. So nestle it in there, fold them together, get them to where they like each other first, and it'll fit way better. I promise you. Okay, so we are going to hold this in place. Move it down just a little bit more. Make sure you're pushed as tight as you can up against that hole, that crease. Take your pen out. Make sure your pen is put in a safe spot. And we are going, now if this was thin paper, I would smooth out my glue. I used thin paper on a couple of them, and I had to smooth out the glue or it would have puckered my paper. But since this is cardstock on cardstock, you don't have to smooth it out. Come on, glue. We put our pen in. We did it. We had good pen etiquette, and you're still clogging on me. Rude. We need to move faster than this glue. Now I am going to go around, I think, and sew these journals, so I'm not very worried about getting every little inch right up, you know, to the edge. And let's smooth that down. Make sure we're covered all the way around before it glues. Let's fold it. Alright, and then we're going to go down the seam. Oh, I was talking about we were going to sew these. I'm going to sew for the first time ever, I think, and sew these journals all the way around the edge just to make them a little sturdier. And also just because I want to try that. We're gonna try on something else first. Do some scraps or something. Maybe we should do some like taggy bits or something first to get used to sewing paper. Or sewing period. I haven't used my sewing machine in oh my gosh. You're just starting to make me mad now. Is the issue here? Okay, we've got such big globs, we're gonna have to smooth that down, but I'm getting impatient and frustrated with it at this point. So just do like that. If you don't want glue on your finger, use a piece of paper, I guess. You can use a piece of paper. Varnish that down. Give it another fold. And now look how those two pieces of paper move together. Now there's a little bitty bit of puckering right there, if you can see that, but not a lot. Now we are gonna have to go around and trim. I would much rather do this than do it too small. Or you could use your trimmer if you wanted to. I'm gonna get trim happy and lop off extra inches. You could do it oversized to start off with and then cut it down with your trimmer if you didn't like doing scissors. But this is just the way that I am doing it this time around. We could do it different, you know. 2 journals from now. Now there is a teeny bit poking out down here. Do you want to get that off? I want to make our edges smooth. So I was scrolling Facebook this morning, and I always look at like all of my journal pages and all of that. Let's see what people are creating over the weekend, you know. And there's always such beautiful things being shared. But I always am like, my journals aren't junky enough. They're just not junky enough. But you know what? I think there's a space for both, you know? Like, we can have this super tattered, junky, like this one this woman made that I saw this morning. It literally looked like it had been dropped in the water, but it was beautiful. Beautiful. There was watercolor everywhere. But I'm like, I would never make that because my brain just doesn't, it doesn't messy like that. I don't know if that's makes sense. It's just, it doesn't think like that. It's not, it's just different. It's different. So we are going to curve this pocket. And the way I do that, I like doing it with my blue scissors because they don't feel as heavy. My blue mom scissors. These are my don't take them scissors. I just find a spot that I want to preserve that flower. I want to preserve that bird cage. Oh, wait, hold on. We need to round this corner first, and you'll see why once we get up there. Because it's going to be our ending point. Okay, so see, right there is our goal line we're trying to get to. It's better if you do it in one continuous cut, but you don't have to. It worked out that we just got that whole bird cage there. We're going to try to get this whole birdie and then turn into that corner. Did we go far enough? One more push. There you go. But I hope that y'all enjoy my journals too, even though they're not super junky. Maybe I should not call them junk journals. Maybe they should just be journals. I don't know. I don't think that I care enough to get bent out of shape about it. I enjoy making them, and I'm not going to stop. Even if someone told me that this doesn't qualify as a junk journal. I'm like, okay, well then it's a journal. Right to thoughts on someone else's mind. It has to be less than 4.5 to be able to fit here. So let's go about 4. Get some of that pretty gold on there. Since we did not bring our cutter down to the bottom, we're going to have to hold our page real good, because it likes to run away when I cut that from that side. Now I think I am going to leave that pocket just big. Yeah. We're going to round the corners on everything. My alarm just went off though, so we're going to have to pause and finish this when I get back from taking the boys to Vacation Bible School, which they don't want to go to. I should not have done 2 Vacation Bible Schools, but this is the one that's like with their friends, like with their school friends and their baseball friends. And so I really want them to go to this one. They'll have fun once they get there, dang it. So I'm making them go. I told them they have to go today, and if they don't want to go tomorrow, the rest of the week, they don't have to go. But this one I had to pay for a shirt for, and the first one was free. Next year we will only do 1 Vacation Bible School. I'll have to remember that. I was just trying to make it where they weren't sitting at home just with their face in their phone, or not. They don't have phones, they have tablets. But they call them phones. I just want them to not have their tablet in their face the whole time. So, yeah. We're going to pause. I'm going to go be a mom really fast, and then we're going to come back. I just realized we got to the exact spot that we were on the first journal. So y'all will just get to see the continuation of that. And if you only made it to this far in the video, you've seen all the steps. But come back for the rest of it. Come back for the rest of it, because we'll waffle some more, and we will put the rest of this one together. I wish that there was a little bit of gold on this side, but you know what? We can always bring it in with some embellishments later on. Stop talking. You need to get busy. Okay, pause. Alright, we have finally gotten back, and it's like, what is that? I think it's this. Are you my dauber? So here it goes. Do you not want to stick on there anymore? Do I need a new dauber? Is that what that means? Why did that fall off there? Did the glue just give out? You've been using me for a year, missus. Alright, let's break this new fresh dauber in. It's not going to do well because I'm going to have to get real good and saturated. Do we want to do a finger pull on this one? Might as well. Now I use the 1.5 inch. You can use whichever one you fancy. You can go as deep as you like. It just gives somewhere to help get that whatever's in that pocket out, and also it tells you, hey, I'm a pocket. Put something in me. At least that's what it says to me. Does your paper talk to you? Alright. Now I'm not going to be able to see this much on this side. I'm still going to ink it. I was telling you about my weekend. So for the rest of our weekend, we have this RV park that is only like 10 minutes from our house. And when me and my husband just literally want a night away, like he comes home from work late on Friday, we take the trailer over 10 minutes away, just simply stay the night somewhere else. Oop, get your ink pad out of the way. Where we can just be alone with each other. And we never like enjoy the RV park that we go to. We just simply go park the RV, we go and pick up dinner, bring the dinner back, watch a movie, sleep in without any kids waking us up, and then we go back home the next morning. So this time we're like, you know what, let's enjoy it a little bit. And so we brought the kids over Friday night, and they have a lazy river, and we all got in the lazy river, and we took several trips around the river. It wasn't a very long loop. It was so short that like even if my bigger boys rode it by themselves, I could see them all the way around, but the babies had to be with us. So that was fun. And then we took the kids back home. We went and picked up our favorite Mexican food, and then took it back and fell asleep before our movie was even over because we're old and boring. I swear, me and my husband should have been born in a different century or something, because we just act so much older than everyone else that's our age. We went on this cruise and we were out there, shuffleboarding with the old people and doing Sudoku challenges instead of, doing the disco meetups and all of that stuff that the young people our age were doing. We're not into all that. We like to be in bed by 9:30. I like to do things that are safe, ain't going to get us into trouble. We don't even heavily drink, so some might think we're lame, but you know what? Or, as my sister says it, we're vanilla. But you know what? Vanilla is some people's favorite flavor, and it's the base of a whole bunch of really good things. It's not bad to be vanilla. Alright, we got that all inkied. Let's go ahead and ink this spine, just because we know we've done it on all the rest. We'll know if we didn't. Can you really tell? Kinda. A little. Just so fancy. I got a new dauber head today. Dang it! It has been hours. We were having all kinds of trouble with our glue earlier, and now we have left the house without our glue, or without our without our pen in, without our freaking pen in. I think I can see through the hole. We're gonna see. Dadgummit. We're gonna make a pen dangle. I need to watch some tutorials, and we are gonna make a pen dangle. I have some jewelry things, but I don't know if I have everything I need to make what I need for that. So make sure you get up in this little curl right here. We don't want to leave a hole in our pocket. Clean up that excess glue. A little bit of squidging. Alright. Okay. And put our pocket on. Our glue's doing better than it was earlier. Maybe we should bad talk it more often. You're a bad glue. You don't know what to do. You never come out enough. If we bad talk it a whole bunch, it'll act better for us. And then come down here. Try to get it straight-ish. A little bit of glue coming out, but that's fine. Just run your finger around and clean it up. There we go. And that is another journal cover done. Pretty pretty. I think it would have been prettier with that pocket on that side, but it's fine. We're gonna deal with it. Okay, so there you go. Where's all of our journals? There's all of our journals. Those are the two that we made today. I hope that y'all enjoyed seeing some, oh, we did the exact same pocket almost. Hope that y'all enjoyed seeing those and seeing a couple of different versions of how you can put the pockets in. Just a really, really simple way to get some extra space in a journal, or to make a quick travel journal. And I'm going to add pretties on the front of these, spice them up a little bit for, you know, whatever journal they're going into. That needs some more ink right there. You see that white? But I'm gonna have fun doing that, and I've already started collecting all kinds of different paper bits and stuff to put in these. So I'm going to get a couple more made, and then we are going to start filling these up. It's exciting. I like those. Really quick little project. I hope that you enjoyed seeing that and hearing all of my waffling. I'm so sorry, but I wanted to tell you about that great date. Wasn't that a great date? Put some great date stories down for me in the comments below. I would love to hear them. But I will see y'all in the next one, guys. Bye.